Good morning and welcome. We're welcoming this morning Rana Diorio, multi-Mom's Choice Award winner for her children's books, What Does It Mean to Be Global and What Does It Mean to Be Present, both by Little Pickle Press, which she created, and we'll talk a little bit about the story behind Little Pickle in a little bit. Rana, excuse me, one of the first questions I think I have this morning is, where did the books come from? Is there inspiration for the books? What do you hope to do with the books?
Right. So the inspiration for Global came with the election of President Barack Obama.
Oh, really?
And trying to explain the significance of that momentous occasion to my then 5 and 4-year-old. And there were no books available to help me to do that. So I wrote this book to teach my children to embrace diversity and celebrate diversity.
Cool. Well, that's actually one of the things I was going to ask about, because one of the things that I love about the books is, each one of them has, the guy peeking behind, but this one and also What Does It Mean to Be Present?
Right.
Both have, different characters on the front. You'll see different, how important is it do you think it is that kids see themselves in stories?
Oh, I think that's incredibly important. Because the books are nonfiction and they don't really have a narrative, we have chaperones, I call them, through the book. So in Global, we have a Chinese girl and an African boy as our chaperones. And actually, I'll show you something that I've actually never showed before. So here are our chaperones for the book. And at the end of the book, sitting on the globe, we foreshadow the chaperones for the next book, which is What Does It Mean to Be Green, also a Mom's Choice Gold winner. So we have a North American girl and a Latino boy as the chaperones for Green. Then in that book, we foreshadow the chaperones or the ambassadors for the message, Present. And here we have, we'll show in the book, so there's an Indian girl and there's a French boy.
Oh, neat.
For present. So I think it's important for the children to identify themselves or their cohort in the stories.
Well, then that's a great natural segue. Who are you foreshadowing as the ambassadors for the next book?
Next story. That is an excellent question. The next title is What Does It Mean to Be Safe? And that comes out in September of this year.
Now tell me a little bit more about that one. What drew you? Those present, what does it mean to be green, what does it mean to be global, very big concepts that don't have something that kids can sort of grab and understand very, very quickly. Right. Safe is a little bit different. Why the change in the direction?
I think safe is such a huge concept, and when you say safe, you think first physical safety, and that's what parents, first and foremost.
That's what I thought.
Right.
Yeah.
But we also explore social safety and emotional safety and cyber safety in this book. So it makes it very accessible for all those nuances of safety.
Very neat, very neat. Now, what are you hoping to do with the show? I know you're in the booth, we're doing interviews, you're going to be walking the floor and doing some signings, doing in the big author corral. What are you hoping to do with the show?
So, BEA is mostly about connecting with booksellers for us. Bologna is mostly about connecting with rights purveyors and buying, selling, trading rights. But this show is about booksellers, and we love independent booksellers, and we're out to meet a lot of them the next 3 days.
Real quickly, can you tell us a little bit about Little Pickle Press? What was the inspiration? Why did you set up your own press as opposed to trying to sell your stories to another?
I founded Little Pickle Press, Terry, because I couldn't find a publisher to accomplish our objectives, and that is to deliver meaningful messages that catalyze conversations between parents and children, teachers and students in an environmentally friendly way.
Well, why don't you tell us real quick, we've got to wrap, but for somebody to say environmentally printing, it's still a book, it's still paper. How do you distinguish that?
Right.
Our
paper is 100% recycled. It's on soy inks, and we've architected our entire supply chain to minimize the impact on the environment.
That's wonderful. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Terry.
And have a great show.
Thank you.